Mine is not. And I think what sets Jess Hilarious apart from what the OG comics really hate about internet sensations is I'm a different beast on the stage than I am on social media. What you see on social media, the Jess with the Mess and the skits and all of that, you don't get that on stage. I don't even do Jess with the Mess on stage. I don't talk about nothing I do online on stage. I don't even talk about, like, even the climate that we're in right now. Like, for instance, #1 trending celebrity, Diddy, and surrounding everything that he got going on. You will never even hear me talk about that on stage. I talk about things that people are going through right now, like being a parent, growing up in Baltimore, my parental style, and how that differs from my parents' parenting styles. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm raising a teenager. Like, I'm on tour right now. It's called the Bad Parenting Tour. Me and my brother, Desi Alexander, from Baltimore as well, who's also a mentor of mine in comedy. We're on this tour and we're speaking to what it is to be a parent, to be a child, in this society growing up, and how it balances, and like how we're still trying to figure it out. People try gentle parenting, things like that. So my comedy, my material on stage is like, it's always relatable. That's how I've been able to sell out venues this long, even through the pandemic, and reinventing myself. I've always stayed relatable. Yeah.
Did you get any hate?
Quite a few. And then I've never heard it directly from the person that it came from. It always comes to me by way of somebody that was working for them or another comedian that they've toured with, but not many. I will say not many, but maybe about 2 or 3.
Has anyone in the comedy world has ever tried to stop your bag?
Yes.
Because I've heard that happen.
Yes.
Is it comedians you looked up to that did it? Was it female comedians?
No, actually, no female comedians, and I have a few. It's a very small circle of comedians, female comedians that I do love and look up to. Lunel, Monique, Leslie Jones, like they my girls, Melanie Camacho, my Kim Whitley, like the Adele Givens and Sherry Shepherd. I love those women. You know what I mean? It's the men. It's some of the men. And then another thing, Carlos, like I'm a hood nigga on stage. Like that Baltimore comes out. Like I'm real 90s raw. Like I'm different on stage. Like I don't do makeup on stage unless it's like a little lash hair, whatever. I don't wear heels on stage. I'm in very much tracksuit, sweatsuit, little track jacket, whatever. I'm still swagged out, but I look like I can be like somebody's girlfriend, like of a girlfriend. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so I'm up there. It's kind of like a rap battle. I spit like the guys. I'm my comedy is not like your typical female. Like I don't go up there. I'm not talking about sex the whole time, and I'm not doing, because that was a thing that I've heard, like even back in the day, they say there's no such thing as a pretty comedian, and there's no such thing as a female comedian who can be funny without talking about sex or talking about their bodies and stuff. I've heard those things, and I'm like, nah, that's not what I do, So yeah, that I'm very different. So I think that's also why a few men may be like, I don't know. I'm gonna stop this back. Nah, she not about to be on a show with me. Or yeah.
Wow, so that really does happen.
It happens for sure.
Is it still happening to you today?
No. Okay. I headline my own tour. I have been for 8 years now. I've been headlining. Okay, Jazz, that's what's up. But even when I am on package shows, like with a D. Ray Davis or like a Ricky Smiley or a D.L. Hughley, who is somebody I love. He's so awesome. I'm on these shows, these predominantly male shows. Like I'm most of the time, majority of the time, the only female on the shows, but that's my weight class with the guys. Like I'm a heavy hitter with that, so that could be why they feel threatened, a few of them, yeah.
And it's interesting because, look, Kevin Hart has given so many props to what we call internet sensations when it comes to comedians. He's big on you, B-Simone, Kai Cenat. He's just, he gets it. And I think, to me, he's one of the sort of last standing OGs of comedians that's still relevant. And he has talked about the fact that he has even used Twitter to really catapult his career today.
Yeah.
And you have come up with a lot of people who have done that. Like, for example, B-Simone. B-Simone is trending right now.
Yes.
Based on her...
A few things. Yes, our latest podcast. Let's tap in.
B-Simone is talking about shops at H&M instead of Bloomingdale's. B-Simone trending because of that. I look at her being a marketing genius.
Yeah.
Because to me, I feel like B-Simone knows exactly what to do and what to say to be the talk of the motherfucking town. And I think B-Simone is in on the joke. Yeah. I think she knew what to clip. I think she knew the cadence in which to express herself. I think she... Because the thing is this, she's not broke. If y'all took a 15-second clip and she said liquid. So one thing about me as a journalist is wordplay. Yeah. Liquid, I'm sure y'all all know, but liquid is the tangible cash bank debit card where you could swipe at H&M or Home Depot, right? She was saying she invests her money into this new app that she has.
Yep, let's try this again.
So when you look at that, did you see it the way I saw it, or am I like off base?
No, you're not off base. And we actually had this conversation here at the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne had brought it up, and I was like, I don't think people understand it. DJ Envy actually listened to, because people can clip. They can clip things. He actually did listen to the whole thing. And he's like, no, she has her money tied up in this app. Yes, B-Simone has her own streaming app, I believe, is where her podcast lives. And it's the Let's Try This Again app. B-Simone, for as long as I've known her, has been an entrepreneur. She's always thinking of new things to invent and to create, different businesses to develop and things like that. And she's at a point now where she's doing it herself. So yeah, all her money is tied up into this app. So I believe that, and she said it, it's still going to come back to bite her in the ass in the comments or whatever if she cares about that largely enough. But all her money is tied up. And that's why she was saying like, oh, damn, I can't shop at Bloomingdale's. I have to, revert to an H&M, because Bloomingdale's is on the higher scale. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course, H&M is more affordable. They getting a little high too, you ask me. But they're
It's called high. And maintaining.
That's right.
That's what the H&M stands
Hello?
for.
Like, come on.
High and maintenance, child.
Don't act like, Zara ain't like...
Zara's expensive.
Becoming a Bloomingdale's.
Okay.
So...
The Z stands for zillions.
Yes. So I just, and I'm not even going to say I wish she would have said it like that, because she did say it. It's just that what people chose to clip. And she did put out the clips. She put out the episode. No, I don't agree that she should have kept a bit of it in. I don't believe that, because we live in a society under a government now where people are losing jobs left and right. People cannot afford to buy groceries to fill up their whole fridge. You got people getting what they can. People can. I read something the other day. People are doing the buy now, pay later. They're using that for groceries. And then so I think when people saw her sitting on that couch on her podcast and she's crying about not being able to shop in Bloomingdale's and having to go to H&M, their minds automatically went to their wallets. Like, yo, is she serious right now? And while I can definitely empathize with that for sure, that's the only thing that we can do. I understand the change in her lifestyle as well. Because, man, B used to run it up in Balenciaga. She used to run it up, and she said Bloomingdale's. I'm not a witness to her shopping in Bloomingdale's, but that baby designer, and she treats people on her team with this same cash designer. I'm talking about if she went in Balenciaga, whoever was with her from her team was there as well.